So I'm at Cowans Gap State Park, hiking along the Tuscarora and Standing Stone Trail loop. It's a loop that goes up around the mountain right above this big lake you park at for the state park. That lake is really cool because if you'd come here during when it's warmer out, probably can hang out at the beach, go swim, go for a little hike, warm back up. You want to take a dip, go in there. It don't matter. So far, I'm in about 2 miles in. The loop's about 10.5 miles. It's pretty nice so far. It's not super rocky yet, but I imagine once we get towards the top and the ridge line of the mountain, it'll get rockier. It's a very pretty trail. It doesn't seem like it's like the lake itself seemed decently crowded. I mean, we're in the middle of trout season right now, so there's a lot of people fishing. And I was talking to a guy, I guess this place was stocked about like a week ago, so I guess a lot of people were out on this nice day trying to get plenty of fish. So far this trail is marked blue. The one thing I have noticed, and this is probably my own fault for coming here during this time of year, so I can't really complain, is that there is like it feels like 50 to 100 yards so far. There's a pretty decent sized spring coming down the mountain and onto the trail. But we did have a lot of rain like 2 days ago. The whole state pretty much was a pretty nice sized storm come through, and I think it rained for like 2 days straight. So it's kind of my own fault for coming right after it rains. That this trail is a little washed out right now, or there's a lot of springs kind of coming and flowing through it. So I'll check in later on, then we'll keep on going down this trail. I'm going up the mountain right now into like the main incline of this trail, and I kind of noticed something kind of neat. If you look on your left, it's kind of like normal forest, underbrush, larger trees, and then you look on your right, it's completely different. It's all trees. All the underbrush is gone, and everything's kind of smaller. Look how thick it is. Look how thick the trees are. I wonder if maybe they did a controlled burn or something. It's just weird, because look, if you look back there, look at the difference. Left, apocalypse. Right, green and nice. Left, apocalypse. Right, green and nice. It's kind of neat. It's weird, but neat. So I'm at the top here. It's really cool when you're on like a top of like a mountain and it's maybe like 30 or 40 feet wide, because you look to your right and left and it just goes like down. And this trail must not be used too much. So you can tell with this trail, once you get off like that main Tuscarora trail, it's not used too much. I mean, it's not very wide. There's a lot of grass growing through it, so there's not a heck of a lot of foot traffic, which is kind of cool. Because most of this hike, I've maybe seen like 2 people since I've been on the trail. Now the lake, there's a lot of people fishing and carrying on and whatever. But once you kind of get like a mile into this hike, it's really empty. Now I'd imagine there might be people. I guess the main overlooks are closer to the lake. This trail comes like way out and comes back in. So maybe when I get closer to the lake, to those overlooks, it'll be a bit more crowded. I don't know. But I'm kind of enjoying it. It's just very peaceful today. Little wind there. Feels good though. After that hike up, woo! It was a sweaty one. Oh well. It is what it is. It's a good workout. And if you enjoy it, you enjoy it, right? Oh man. This is pretty cool. It's getting like thinner and thinner. If you can see ahead of me. Got some rock features and stuff, but we'll go back to first person. We'll talk later on. So I'm just coming off of that first main overlook. I would call that, I mean, there's a couple overlooks on this trail that aren't really marked. I mean, there's the first one technically was a little while back. So the top of this ridge is very rocky. As you can see in some of those clips, this was very rocky at some parts. I mean, you're climbing up rocks at some spots and then it'll even out and be nice. But you're on top, you're running the ridge line of a mountain, so it's going to happen. But so far, this is a cool hike. I decided to take this trail kind of, I guess you would say, the long way. I want to hit these overlooks last, just because it kind of more or less makes it feel like it's a little more worth it. Like if you would hit these overlooks first, you're like, well, now I just hike for 8 miles. So at least kind of gives you like a big cap off ending. That's more or less how I like to do it. You can run this trail either way, because since it's a loop, you can go left or right. Go right. That's my opinion. Go right. You can go left, I guess, if you want to make it short, because you can just come up, do the 2 main overlooks, I guess. Well, I haven't got to the second main overlook yet, but you do the 2 main overlooks and then just go back down. It's probably a shorter venture if you don't feel like doing the whole 10.5 mile loop. Yeah. So this, hold on. So I guess I'll check back in at the second overlook. That first one was beautiful. You can't go wrong with something like that, where you can just see that valley and you can see the next set of mountain ranges out. Oh man. So I will probably talk again here after the next overlook. I'm on my way down the mountain, pretty much kind of wrapping this hike up. I don't think I'm gonna, if I'd come back here, I don't think I'd do the whole loop again. It's worth checking out. It's kind of a pain though. Some of those rocky sections, you're just kind of like, okay, can't we just end this? It was fun. There's quite a, like all the kind of cool major overlooks are pretty close to each other and they're on this side of the trail. So if you come here, I recommend just taking a left once you come in from the lake. The lake is, you're gonna come to that big sign, you're gonna go over the bridge, come to that big sign, and then you can either go right or left. Just go left, because if you go left, you follow the trail up, and it seems like it's easy, a lot easier than the other one. It's like a road, more or less. But anyway, so you go left, and then you go up this, and most of the major and better parts of the trail are up this way. So you might as well just go up left and then come back down either this way, or I think there's a couple trails that link on to it. They can kind of skip going back. You can make a smaller loop out of it. All in all, it was a cool hike. So if you like want basically like the exercise for it or whatever, you can do the big loop. I mean, there's cool spots of it. That bottom part where you're following streams, neat, it's pretty. the climb's cool and interesting, but you can tell it's not used much. This other part of this trail, you can definitely tell a lot of people come here for the overlooks and that, and it's a lot heavier used. Yeah, I think that's about all my thoughts for it. I'll make my way down, get some finishing shots. If I think of anything else, I'll let you know, and we're pretty much wrapping this thing up.